This one? Oh, this one's getting a lot of views.
xQc.
In September 2023, an on-duty sergeant from the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department was traveling through a construction zone in his unmarked squad car when he spotted a Ford Explorer that closely resembled Indiana State Police vehicles. The driver, 23-year-old Jonathan Becker, wore a neon green uniform shirt with patches, similar to Indiana law enforcement attire. Jonathan soon pulled in behind the sergeant and activated his white and amber emergency lights, signaling what appeared to be a traffic stop. In response, the sergeant pulled over, but Jonathan continued driving, turned off the lights, and was later seen in another construction area with workers dressed in similar attire. The sergeant asked Jonathan if he was a police officer, but Jonathan denied it and accused the sergeant of speeding in the construction zone. While they argued, the sergeant called for assistance from uniformed officers.
Hope all is well. xQc.
As they spoke, the sergeant noticed John's tactical belt had a radio mic, a key ring with an Indiana State Police logo, and a black whistle, items commonly used by police officers.
Are you a police officer in the state of Indiana?
I already answered this question.
What the fuck is that?
I already told you. Okay. So you have no answer.
Yo, what the fuck is that?
There's no games here.
Okay, then I already...
Ew! Brother,
Pokel
what?
has resubscribed for 6 months.
What the fuck?
Welcome to the jungle xQcl.
It's dip?
Games.
There's no games here.
Okay, then I already answered that question. 5 or 6.
Well, the reason I asked you before is because I wanted to make sure if you are a police officer.
I already told you my answer.
This guy took a chunk of fucking fresh dirt, wet dirt, and he put that in his teeth? No, I can't chat. I guess, this is it.
You're not
This
a
is
police
chat.
officer.
I already answered
You
that
understand
question.
why I stopped to talk to you, correct?
Yeah, because you flew past me going 80 miles an hour in a post 55.
Okay.
For no reason. How do I know you're not on your way to the call? Because your lights are on.
What
And
lights?
you're
Brother,
in
you
a
need to
police car.
turn
The marked police car. And then you put your badge on to talk to me.
Correct.
And your gun.
I didn't put my gun on. I have my gun with me because I'm a police officer.
Alright, well, I didn't see your badge on.
When I went by you in the car, you mean?
Yep. You put it on to come talk to me?
Correct. Because I wanted to make sure that you knew before I just come up and start
Jack.
talking to you what was going on.
Alright.
But what does it do
Okay.
though?
Alright, go run me. Let's get this over with.
Okay. Do you understand what's happening here and why I'm here to talk to you?
Nope.
You don't understand?
Nope.
Okay. Do you have responsibilities enforcing traffic law on those?
I'm a flagger.
Okay.
It gives you
Do you have
nicotine?
responsibilities to enforce speeding law on the interstate?
Last pause. Guys, snus have like these weird spikes, right? And they kind of do the micro tears in your gum, whatever, so that the snus get in your gums. But what about the tobacco though? The dirt they just put in, how does that go in?
Whenever we're in a construction zone, I do whatever they tell me to do.
Okay. Has anybody tasked you with the responsibility to flash your lights at motorists on the road and tell them to slow down while you're driving?
What do we do?
Okay, what you're doing right now is stationary on the side of the road, trying to ensure the safety of people in the
He's
construction
chewing
zone,
it!
right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Difference between motoring public on 465, which is a busy interstate in Indianapolis.
I don't know what your point is here.
Okay, my point is, let's step back and look, okay? Would you agree that some people might think this looks like a police car? Or some kind of emergency vehicle?
It's a traffic control car. Just
Okay.
like his car,
Okay.
just like his car,
which is
just
why
like
I-
his car.
okay.
We all use
Which is
different
why I
types of
asked you
vehicles.
why you are essentially trying to enforce traffic law on the interstate.
Who said I was trying to do that?
Did you not activate your lights, what you said, to slow me down?
I did not.
You didn't activate your lights?
Nope, and there's a witness.
Okay.
Wherever he went.
You didn't activate these lights right in the front of your car?
Carbon
Nope. My
fiber
strobe
rich
lights, I did
tobacco
not.
bloodstream.
Okay, what lights did you activate?
I didn't activate any lights.
Okay, so there's
Do
two
you have any
different
proof that I did?
stories you've given me. You said before it wasn't your strobe, just
Much
high
love,
beam.
Vincent.
Well, you
Chat.
said strobe.
Less than 3.
You told the Lawrence officer I thought right there.
Okay, these lights that are right in the front that are
Did I clock my
strobing.
strobes? So
Lights-
now you have two different stories, okay? So now you
Do you
said
understand the action
you said
of these
headlights.
lights?
So you said headlights and then strobes. So which one?
I'm
which one
asking
did you see?
I'm asking you what you
Okay.
activated, and you said you didn't activate
All right,
anything,
I'm
which is
done
not
talking.
accurate. Okay.
I'll talk to somebody else.
A guy
you ever been
I know
arrested?
once drank
I'll
someone
talk to
else's
somebody
dick
else.
for
I'm not
20
talking.
bucks.
Hey, is your laptop? Well, you don't have one in there.
Yeah, I got one.
You got a laptop?
I'm the mark behind him.
John explained that he owns Indiana Traffic Operations, a company specializing in traffic control at construction sites to ensure the safety of construction crews.
I have plenty of guys that work for me, cops, IPD guys, so
Okay, are you on place for the wreck?
John Traffic.
That's all I do. It's not like I'm not doing
And
anything
no
illegal.
email for search
And he saw the whole thing.
642.
I don't know what he's trying to gain out of it.
Assist.
Do you have your ID on you? You need it? Well, he's saying you're a witness to this whole thing, so I should probably get it.
This dude, he drives by in his Jeep. We're going what, 60? And it's a 55 on Caitlin.
It was also discovered John was on probation for unlawful display of emergency lights on a vehicle.
55.
Mr. Becker,
Should I guess?
is your driver's license? Are you on probation?
Yeah.
You're on probation
You already know the answer to that
Hancock
question.
County?
You already know the answer.
What are
to
you
that
on
question.
probation for?
You already know the answer to that
30
question.
months.
You looked it up, so you already know.
Okay. What do you think he's on probation for? No, actually, I've never
I think 16 and 55 is like within the acceptable margins of error.
seen somebody on probation for it, but he's on probation for improper use of emergency lights.
It's not improper use. You need to reread that.
I'm not here to write you a ticket.
Okay, I know
What
that.
do you think the odds are that of
Okay,
all
hold
people?
on. Reverse. You said improper use. What did it say? Now you're implying to him that I use red and blue light.
I didn't imply anything.
You just told him, and so
You're
now
on-
everybody thinks. Everyone thinks they're.
Did you flash your lights when you were behind him?
No,
I didn't.
Of emergency
I
lights
didn't.
on a
He
vehicle.
flew past.
Well, you're not the
me.
police. So guess what? If somebody flies past you, call the police.
What do you think the odds are that of all
Well,
the people that I stopped and talked to for flashing their lights on the interstate?
He didn't flash him, but
Whatever you want to call it.
he
bud,
flew by me
okay?
at 80
You're on-
miles
you're
an
on
hour, which would
probation
make
for unlawful
No,
display of
just
the
emergency
reason
lights
for him
on
to
a
believe that he
vehicle.
did
So-
something
Yeah, just
about
no.
it.
Yes,
Sorry.
you probably know a lot about the statute.
I
But you
do.
probably, if you're on probation for that, shouldn't be on the interstate trying to slow
No,
traffic down. And this is your lucky day that the car that you try to do that to happens to be an unmarked police officer who happens to be working. Okay? So don't give me a hard time when you're on probation for something
Don't touch
related.
my car.
Okay?
I'm not touching your car. Stop touching my car.
You're lucky I don't tow it, which is within my purview.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I've got your ID. You have this gentleman's
Well,
information.
I agree.
I'm
It's
gonna
kinda
make a
weird,
police report.
Okay.
It's not an eco thing. It's kind of weird, doesn't it? Come on, bro.
How that handles anything for your business based on what your current status is, I do not know. What is your probation officer's name?
I have to look at it.
You don't know who your probation officer is?
He's a real chill guy. I have to check in with him.
It's not fine.
So I don't even.
Bro, I know your dumbass doesn't own a car. Okay, bro, your car it's your thing. It's your thing. Don't fucking knock on the hood. If it's my car, fuck no, bitch. Don't fucking touch my car, bitch ass.
Problem.
Who the
My
fuck
suggestion-
are you, pussy?
This is probably a bad idea.
Touch my shit.
Your intentions may have been good, but bad things happen when people start down that road. And I'm not talking about you having to flash them at a police officer. I'm talking about people getting pissed off. I legitimately was doing something that you have no idea what I'm doing. That's what we do for a living. It was just your bad luck that happened to be what I do for a living. Okay?
What? Drive 80 miles an hour in a 55, and then we've been in and out of traffic.
I'm not going to take advice from
I'm
somebody
just-
on
I'm just
probation for
asking
this,
you,
okay?
'cause
I'm
you're-
not here to diminish what you do. I
If you're in like
appreciate-
an unmarked course or something like that, all right, cool. But you said you're in COVID investigation.
Not COVID, covert. Yes.
Okay.
What we do, I'll tell you what I do.
If you can tow the car, either tow it or don't. But if you make that decision, don't fucking knock on the hood saying you could have towed it. That's some pussy shit. I don't know what world you live in. Wait.
For a living.
Investigation.
Not COVID, covert. Yes.
Okay.
What we do, I'll tell you what I do for a living.
I heard COVID, so I was just
No,
like, okay.
I don't go after COVID violators. Okay.
Chat. Jesus Christ. Combo stutter.
He's tried to cut him so many breaks. I was mad when I heard about this. I wasn't even here.
We go after.
For me, my nice car is my nice car. For this might be his nice car, whatever, right? The car doesn't have to be nice for somebody. My Lambo is another guy's Corolla.
People
Respect
who
that.
do gun crime
Respect
investigations.
that.
I need people to not know that I'm the police.
Oh, he doesn't
That's
know
what we
that,
do
no.
for a living.
We all did it.
So, no, I don't normally waste any of my time, but you pique my curiosity, flashing your lights at me. I understand now you say you didn't flash any lights or whatever, and it must have just been my random luck that I came up here to talk to you and you happen to be on probation. I have no idea who you are. I have nothing against you. I'm just telling you
What
It's
a
a bad
flex,
idea to be on the
man.
interstate flashing your lights at people.
I've seen this car bike blind.
Are they together? Is
I think so. The skinny one with glasses drives that
Somebody
car.
made-
He does have red and
Yeah.
blue.
Check
I've
the other
seen
channels.
this one with lights on, but I've seen him at the crew car wash, and I could have swear I saw
Well, it's pretty-
steady burns that are red and blue.
It's like, it's clear what they're doing. Like, you're wearing you got a thin blue
How many
line plate
cars is this
cover, you're
car?
wearing a thin blue line hat, like,
Come on, man. We all know, whether you want to admit it or not, what you're trying to do. There's a place
What am I
for that.
trying to do?
Apparently, based on what you're saying, you're trying to get me to slow down, okay? It's not your job, unfortunately, today.
Well, you're
Maybe
the
it will be in the
police. You shouldn't be
future.
driving like that.
Is they go to jail or
It's
not?
not your call. Not doing.
Just humor me and run it 30-12 on an OR.
It has to be,
What the?
it's 3012.
Did he say how he
Oh,
has
yeah.
what was it, like Warren, like Michigan City or whatever it was?
Yeah, so Warren County in Williamsport is way out west, damn near to
Did he
Illinois.
say how he has that plate?
I don't know, but this comes back on a Brown 2000. That thing is not 2000.
John claimed he purchased the vehicle several months prior, along with the equipment inside. Officers observed a radar gun, a radio box, light siren box, and a mounted computer in plain view, all of which appeared clean and functional.
it's your stop.
Yeah, like, whatever. We can
If it's over 30 days, I'm gonna tow.
I'm fine just making a report and going on with my day, because I don't want to. This is not how I like spending my.
Something with the date that you bought the car to show me that it's not older than 30 days.
Oh, I got a tent tag.
Perfect.
Do you see what this says? Please display this portion in the rear vehicle window. Does it say anywhere on there to put a plate off of another car and just drive around with it?
Which
It doesn't.
Which you can do. I'm just saying. You obviously, if you know.
My bad.
Explain it to you.
My bad.
You gotta have the paperwork.
While retrieving the vehicle registration, since the plates were linked to a different vehicle, officers noticed a Glock magazine, 2 pairs of handcuffs in the passenger door, and what appeared to be tactical vest and body armor in the back seat.
It's a handcuff
Recording.
store. You do security. Do you understand that doing security means you cannot put someone in handcuffs? That's what the real police do, is put
Okay.
people in handcuffs.
Yeah, I understand that.
There's no firearm in here, but there's a magazine and bullets.
Yeah, well, I got obviously clean this out because I just transferred everything to my other car, but there's no gun. I have a Glock. It's 19.
Where is it at?
Because I can't carry it, right? Because I'm on probation.
You know your business better than us.
Okay, well,
I haven't looked at. I don't know.
pretty sure I have
What
to
the
tell you,
conditions-
I can't have a firearm. I don't have a firearm.
I'm just
So,
telling you. I don't
it's at
know the
house,
conditions of your
and it's
probation.
secured.
There's probably people who have conditions of probation that say, like, if I'm working, I can. Maybe across the board. I mean, it's only a C misdemeanor that you're on probation for. So
Yeah, it's
I don't
not
know
like
that I've. You probably know your business and your risk better than.
You're being over the nets about this, okay?
Officers left the area. John was seen taking pictures of their vehicles. Given the odd and suspicious nature of the situation, the sergeant decided to dig further.
Lol.
After the incident, the sergeant reached out to other law enforcement agencies to see if they were aware of similar interactions with John. He received a photograph from June 2022 showing John directing traffic for churchgoers leaving a service. The photo had been taken by someone who was concerned that the vehicle John was using resembled a fake Indiana State Police vehicle.
Yeah,
The
red lights, he's
investigation
cooking.
deepened as the sergeant reviewed footage from August 2022, recorded during the funeral procession of an Elwood police officer killed in the line of duty. Amid the procession of police vehicles with flashing emergency lights,
my love.
one
For
vehicle
the first
stood out,
time in my
a car operated by John, equipped with red and white emergency lights bearing a license plate that read, Indiana Traffic Operations.
What?
However, the sergeant would soon learn that John made his day-to-day activities well known to the world. Police discovered numerous photos on his public Facebook profile showing him dressed in attire similar to law enforcement uniforms. His bio listed him as the owner of Indiana Traffic Operations LLC since September 2022, though he later removed this information. Among the posts on his page was a photo of John changing a flat tire, but what drew attention was his utility belt, which clearly displayed a firearm. Police subsequently reviewed John's TikTok page, Indy Traffic Cops, which contained hundreds of videos showcasing police vehicles, including his own fleet. In one video, John proudly
What's that? Was that XP?
Displayed the interior of a Dodge Charger equipped with emergency lights, and a silver IMPD police badge was visible. While these badges were never publicly available, they could be acquired by retiring officers. Following the incident where he pulled over the sergeant, John appeared to change his TikTok username. Additionally, police found his company's Facebook page, where several posts featured law enforcement-related hashtags. The investigating sergeant believed these posts conveyed a misleading impression that Indiana Traffic Operations was connected to official law enforcement agencies or activities. The company's website was also reviewed, revealing several professionally taken photos of John. The sergeant particularly noted the images where John was standing in a public roadway, directing or possibly obstructing traffic, despite there being no apparent reason for his presence there. In addition, police found John's Instagram page, where his bio stated he was the owner of a page called Law Enforcement. The account featured over 2,000 posts displaying law enforcement-related vehicles. The sergeant conducted a record search too, and confirmed John had never been a police officer with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department or any other agency. However, he had participated in the IMPD's Explorer program as a high school student in 2016, a detail confirmed by old YouTube videos on his channel, along with other law enforcement-related content. With that, his interactions with real police officers stretch back to 2021, when John was stopped for operating a silver Dodge Charger, outfitted with equipment mimicking that of unmarked police vehicles. Items like handcuffs and an Ohio State Highway Patrol sticker were discovered. John was cited and warned about driving a vehicle designed to impersonate law enforcement. By April 2023, John was stopped again, this time for moving violations. A different Dodge Charger, now with state police-style decals, carried a firearm on the passenger seat and tools associated with emergency responders. When officers asked John at the time about the color of the lights on the Charger, he replied, "Get a warrant." In May 2023, a sergeant reviewed footage from another agency showing John arriving at an accident scene before first responders. He blocked a lane of traffic and walked freely among injured parties, police officers, and firefighters. At one point in the footage, both a police sergeant and a firefighter appeared confused about John's identity and his presence at the scene. The investigation also revealed John had owned 22 vehicle titles, most of which were police models. Only 4 were active at the time of the inquiry. Based on several of these factors, the investigating sergeant who was initially pulled over by John concluded that John had falsely portrayed himself as a law enforcement officer. On October 17, 2023, the state of Indiana filed a probable cause affidavit. After a review, probable cause was established and a warrant for John's arrest was issued. The following day, records show that John had been taken into custody. Ultimately, John was charged with impersonation of a public servant, a level 6 felony offense. He had also received a Class C infraction for operating a motor vehicle with a false plate, and he was released a few days later on a $250 cash bond. But the story didn't end there. Just over a year later, John dug himself into deeper shit. He was arrested once again, this time for felony impersonation of a public servant and unlawfully
Shut up, Dono.
Oh, it's just for the picture.
Carrying a handgun in his white Ford F-150, a newer addition to his fleet that he had proudly showcased on his TikTok page shortly before the arrest. I think this ship has sailed, but why didn't he just apply to be a police officer? Visit CodeBlueCam.com and treat your family, friends, and enemies with top-notch merch.
Man, that was interesting.